From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Of course, at my bar, at Tommy Max, brought to you by our good friends at Heritage Capital. We're talking some ball. We're talking some sportswear. The guys from Operation Barnabas are back. We're going to have a great time with the panel. Let's welcome them in now. Nolan Carroll is here. Hey, Nolan.
How you doing?
How are you, man?
Doing
from
great.
Jacksonville Athletic Academy.
Yes, sir.
Former Clay High standout, former Maryland, former NFL player.
Yes, sir.
Now back in the area. And how important is it for you to be back here in your hometown?
I think it's important. Just from, I look back at my career and how it's shaped, and then just looking at it from a bird's eye view, how I was able to have a lot of people in my corner that supported me along the way and get me to the point that I am now. I think just it's important for me to come back and do the same thing for the other guys like Coach Riddle that helped me out. A lot of people don't know him, but Coach Riddle, Coach Mitchell, Coach Reed, those were guys that were very instrumental in me progressing in my athletic career and ultimately getting my education. And that's the biggest thing that I want to be able to do is help these young kids understand that use football to get your education. That opens up a lot of other doors that I never thought was imaginable. So that's what I'm really trying to do here, and I love doing it.
You also have a foundation, right? That you're helping kids with learning about STEM. Is that correct?
It's the Nolan Carroll Foundation, and it's geared towards helping underprivileged youth, and it's mainly I'm trying to help these kids understand how to think outside the box, and that's why we're using STEM education, because honestly, STEM education deals with science, technology, engineering, and math, all the things that you really need to critically think, and it's been a lost art in the schools. And if I can do that early on, and I can help these teachers as well, hopefully I can get these kids interested about education and doing things for themselves and really committing back to the community and being guys that can really be problem solvers and bring solutions to the table.
We definitely show them how to be in good shape. So
I'm sure,
that's good.
I appreciate
that's
that.
Good. Steve Dean is back. What's up, my man?
Good to see you.
From Addict Sportswear, of course. You know, Nolan went to Maryland, and I'm sure you know of Under Armour and Kevin Plank and all of that. That's got to be a interesting story for you and everything you're doing at Addicts. Right?
I would love to replicate his success.
Yeah, sure.
No, he's done a great job. Started with the University of Maryland, if I understand correctly, and has taken it into what it is now. So, you know, we're focused on schools, clubs, colleges, and our niche is fast and custom, right?
Yeah,
so we're really filling that void from the coaches that can't get their stuff out of Asia or Dominican, you know, fast enough. We can turn our product in 7 days. So you can defer your roster, right? Because you can wait the last minute because kids grow over the summer or the school year, or they don't come out, and kids you didn't anticipate come out, transfers, and so forth. So we can really, you know, help them defer their roster and get their uniforms to them in a timely
Absolutely. You can turn in 7 days a full team?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah. We've done same day. I mean, we offer an expedited service. But I can recall one incident where we did 21 varsity jerseys. They came to us at 8:30 in the morning. We were putting them in their hands at 4:30.
Wow.
They drove their 3 hours to Chicago, and they played their football game, and everybody was eligible.
Nice. That's an awesome story.
Yeah.
Nice
Great to have you, my man.
Good to be back.
Absolutely. Tyler and John are back from Operation Barnabas. What's up, fellas? How you doing? Your son's doing a great job back here now. Just want you to know that. What's the latest? You got Nolan. He's going to put his your logo on his apparel, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. It's awesome, a nice little shot in the arm for marketing.
Yeah.
We're going to have Steve put it all together for you. There we go.
We'd love to.
Absolutely.
Business cards for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on? What's the latest?
I just want to really touch on what Nolan's doing with the kids. So actually, I have a friend that has now. His son came down from Pennsylvania, and so I've been talking. He's been in our life for the past 5 years since we've been here in Florida, and the thing he's making dreams become available again, and that's what he keeps relaying to me is man, this is the chance and the opportunity that I've been waiting for, and he's got a chip on his shoulder, and it's just a sense of hope again. And so what Nolan's doing, we're going to support him in any way possible.
Appreciate it.
Man. We're gonna walk with him and try to help with character coaching and stuff like that, and just be able to walk alongside these kids and be able to pour into the community. Because if we don't pour, here's the thing: if you can't get on board for kids or young adults, and you can't get on board with veterans, I mean, You're probably not in my circles.
That's right, especially in this town.
Exactly.
Especially in this town, right? You agree with that, John?
I agree. I've gotten to be the character coach for JA now for a year. We did a team bonding thing yesterday with these guys and out at the Autobahn, so supporting local businesses. And man, seeing these 32 young men come out, that was fun. And his young man he's referring to, I talked to at least 10 to 12 of them that said the word's getting out that this is a place that you come for community and connection. Yeah. That there's guys that care. Yeah. And that was huge, so that's cool.
Well, we live in a community that cares. Yeah. I mean, they really do. I mean, I've been here now since '95. You go to any charity event, it's always well attended. People from all walks of life show up. You know, I mean, it's a community that really gives a crap about everybody. Yeah. It really does, which leads me into my question for the panel. You know, you think of like what's going on here in Jacksonville. We have a new mayor in Donna Deegan. We have a stadium that needs to be figured out, the new stadium. How important is it overall and for your business, for the Jags not only to stay here, obviously, but to thrive in a new facility? I'm going to start with you, Steve. How important is it to the city of Jacksonville?
It's significant. I mean, it's the halo effect, right? It's not just about the team and bringing people just downtown for that event, but it's people like to be a part of something that's competitive, that has a winning tradition. I know they're moving in that right direction, but I think it brings a lot of people to a city like Jacksonville that says, hey, it's been substantiated by the NFL. The Jags are a great team. I think it's the halo impact of all the other businesses. It's one of the reasons that we moved over by the stadium. Right. It's very cool to be a part of the Jaguars. We talked to them. We've been through their facility. We're working on a couple different co-marketing promotions. Yep. So for us, it's extremely beneficial.
It's the heartbeat of the city, I think, the Jaguars. I mean, you played in Philly, which is just an unbelievable sports town. Yeah, it is. Right? I mean, they love every sport, whatever it may be, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, they've got it all. They may be able to absorb the hit, but I don't think Jacksonville would ever be able to absorb that hit.
I don't think so, and you just got to look at it. And I went through this experience when I was in Miami. We were playing. It was a combination of a baseball field and a football field.
Right. So I was orange. Oh no, it was Joe Robbie.
It was, and then it was Lager Field. It was all types of different names before it became the Hard Rock. And you could just see like fans were tired of having the blend. They just wanted just a team that they could affiliate with. And once Stephen Ross came in, he started changing stuff. He changed the locker room up for us, which was really outdated. It was Dan
Marino.
Which
means a lot.
It does mean a lot for the players, and when you can do little things like that, get the fans more involved, and that gets the community involved, that gets the city involved. And even if you go 0-16, as long as you're keeping the community involved, they'll always support you. You look at the Browns. I mean, the Browns have been good for a while, but anytime there's that little pillar of hope, they're there. They're always there, and if you're always going to keep them engaged, I think that's important. So what Jacksonville's trying to do now, what Shad Khan's trying to do now, I think it's important because he's showing that I'm trying to get behind the city. I want people to be involved with the Jaguars, and Jaguars on the up and up. You see what they're doing with the team, so why not get the fans involved with it too, so you can continue to build it and get national exposure. Because that is what ultimately builds the city.
They're getting it now. Yeah, they are starting to get it now. How do you guys feel from what you're doing? You know, with everything you're doing at Operation Barnabas, like how important is the Jags to this city in your opinion?
I was a former athletic director at a big high school and these guys are right. When football was winning, when football was thriving and doing well, it affected everything in my sports.
No doubt.
Female sports, male sports. So I've seen on a smaller scale what these guys are talking about. So absolutely, we need a team that is thriving and growing, and not just thriving, wins and losses on the field, but like these guys said, community doing things. Because when we've had Jaguars come out to the schools, man, those kids love that. I mean, they eat it up. It's a big deal.
We had a young man here earlier today. He's like, man, I watched you when I was 15. Thank you. So I was like, wow, that's really cool. And we do need the youth to come up and 20 years from now, like these young kids will be like, man, I was part of this great organization. It means a lot. Maybe not. Look, I think we're unique in that way compared to other cities, but very important. Very important.
I think also for us, like another thing that it can also offer is we deal with a lot of homeless veterans right now.
Right.
And so as you start funding that, it starts also bringing in funding to be able to help get people off of the streets.
Yeah.
So the more we build the city, the bigger it gets, the nicer it gets, the more we're able to get funded to be able to help these veterans, these homeless, not just vets, but homeless people.
Absolutely.
And also getting facilities to be able to pour into that and the resources, because it's all getting cleaned up, right?
Yeah.
So it's starting to look nice, and we're starting to work, and like, and as the money comes in, it's able to go out as well.
No doubt. So. A lot of vacant buildings in downtown Jacksonville. I think they got to figure it out for the homeless and get them the help that they need, with that, especially with everything that's going on. Fellas, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Nice to meet you, Nolan.
Nice to meet you as well.
Love having a former football brethren on this show, but always a pleasure to see you guys as well. Hey, when you get a chance, check out their great profiles and this conversation and many others at iwanttabuzz.com. So until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers. Hey, Tom McManus here with Carpet Man Flooring. Wow, warehouses the size of football fields filled with rolls of carpet and LVP. That's luxury vinyl planking.
LVP.
Carpet Man's LVP.
Carpet Man.
Carpet Man's
LVP.
The luxury beneath your feet.
Our prices, they can't be beat.
LVP.
Carpet Man's LVP.
Carpet Man Flooring, your hometown flooring store.